suppose. It's wonderful after 3 years. It's not an experience in India, it's an experience in Mumbai and the western regions of India. Properly Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Goa, for my part. And it's wonderful because in the fields of education, culture, and high education, universities, we have very strong links with India, and stronger links, even stronger links since last presidential visit, and when Mr. Macron came and met with Mr. Modi. It has been a big moment to strengthen and develop all the mobility of students, in particular when I think about gastronomy, for example. We have a big event every year, and it has become even greater these 2 last years, the Good France, in March in particular. But all along the year, we receive friendships, and we have every time a better cooperation with schools like yours.
Thank you.
I am a civil servant, so my ministry first, and after curiosity, because India is the country to look at the moment in terms of development and for us, no, because curiously we developed more links in the past decades with China and after naturally with Africa, because it's natural link with the French-speaking countries, no? But out of French-speaking countries, we have strong links with China, and we step by step discovered the importance of developing also with India.
Chance to manage a charity trust, an Indian charity trust. His name is Alliance Française in Mumbai. It's very famous, and now last year it was the ceremony for 80 years of this association. Our job is first learning French, because some people in the 30s considered it's very important to open every people in Mumbai to other language, not only the English, but other language like French, because education and open minds, it's very important for the youth and for the future. And we work together, because I'm not only a part of India, I'm a part of France. And maybe today is particular part of France is food, luxury, and like an image of France, and we like this image because many tourists and many students want to share this part of France, traditional part of France, and you have some schools in France.
Yes. It is. There's one special course. For example, we have in Geneva, in Switzerland, we have the finance management courses. But in France, in Lyon, we have the culinary courses, which is the French gastronomy. Mm-hmm. At the same time, we are also offering the culinary courses in Italy for Italian gastronomy. For Nice, we are offering the international yachting hospitality. And for Marseille, because the ports are there, so we're doing the international cruising hospitality. And Strasbourg for international relations. And for Paris, of course, luxury management. So each and every schools, we have different intakes, and each and every school has different prices as well. So it depends on the budget of the student, depends on, because as you know, there are so many things that they have to consider, most especially for like not only their tuition fee but also their cost of living. So it's not that easy for students for actually to, for example, like the Indian students to actually move to another country. Always they have to be prepared, organized. So our websites are there. They can check each and every websites. We have different websites for each and every school, so they would know where they're actually gonna go. So it's always the choice of the student. It's their choice whether they want to go to Paris, they want to go to Lyon, because each and every city is different. Paris's of SHG, as I said, this is a Swiss hospitality group, so all the curriculums and the programs are Swiss based. So that's why we have the schools in France because we can put the tuition fee lower, but we do not change the quality of education that we give to the students. So for example, in Paris will be the most expensive campus of SSG. It will range around 11,000 to 12,000 euros per year, and for Lyon it's around 10,000 to 11,000 euros. We can go. It's lower when you go to Nice, to Marseille, and Strasbourg. It's around 8,900 to 10,000 euros per year. But the catch of this one is that they pay this per year, including that we guarantee them their paid internships. So imagine they're doing every year their academic courses and they're doing their paid internships. So it's like 6 months and then 6 months of this. So we guarantee this paid internship to the students and they don't have to pay extra. We guide them. We have our placement and career manager to guide the students to be able to find the perfect internship for them. And also I want to add that every year, or maybe every month now, that we are offering scholarship to students. So instead of paying the full amount, sometimes of course we plan it. For example, this coming January, we have the intake at SSG Strasbourg. We offer 3,000 euros to 3,500 euros less per year. And this tuition fee is not only for that first year, but it will be applied to, for example, for bachelor's, it's 3 years. So for the whole 3 years, they will get the scholarship. And MBA for 2 years. And we're doing the promotion now for SSG Nice, which is like we last 2,000 euros per year. Yes, of course, we are offering 3 language courses for the whole year. No, not for the whole 3 years that they stay with us, and also 2 years. So of course, they have to speak French if they're studying in France, and they have Italian if they're studying in Italy. And of course, in Geneva, it's also French.
Okay, I'm Sheetal Munsho and I head Atu France in India, that's the French Tourism Board. So in terms of hospitality courses, obviously we're very excited that they have schools in France. And obviously France is the leader when it comes to tourism. I think we get about 90 million tourists every year. I think it's a great place to start your career, to learn about tourism, hospitality being an integral part of it. It's all about services. And I think that what we really need for it to professionalize is for people to learn about it from an early age, to inculcate the culture, because in the end it's a culture. Being hospitable, being in the tourism business, I think it's all about making people's dreams come true. And the earlier they learn it, the better it is. And what better place than France, because like I said, it is the world leader in tourism, so I think there's a lot to take away from there. And also all the cities that they've cited and chosen are really hallmark brands in tourism. So I think they are wonderful places to be in. Every city has a different flavor, whether it's Nice or Marseille or with the sea, whether it's Lyon, which has also launched recently the Cité de la Gastronomie, which is the first in the world. Paris, of course, I think needs absolutely no introduction. And then there's Strasbourg, which again is like she said, rightly so, it's for international relations. It's the seat of European Parliament. And it has a great vibe. It's at the doorstep of the vineyard. So I think there's a lot that the students can learn while they're in those places, in addition to, of course, what they learn in the classroom.
मेरा नाम विकास है मैं कैंपस फ्रांस मुंबई मैनेजर हूँ सो मैं कैंपस फ्रांस मुंबई हेड करता हूँ सो मेरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ है promoting French education to Indian students, you know, जैसे looking at student mobility of Indian students going to France. So ये सारी चीज़ें हैं जो हम फ्रेंच गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से स्टूडेंट्स को ऑफ़र करते हैं अगर किसी को स्कॉलरशिप्स के बारे में जानना होता है. सो 2 तरह की एक्टिविटीज़ होते हैं कैंपस फ्रांस मैनेजर्स के. एक आउटरीच एक्टिविटीज़ होती हैं जहाँ पे हम लोग वेरियस टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जाके प्रेजेंटेशंस करते हैं जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स को वी फेमिलराइज विद देम विद एजुकेशन अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ इन फ्रांस. फिर बाद में एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव वर्क होता है जहाँ पे पूरा टिल द टाइम दे गेट देयर वीज़ा एक कैंपस फ्रांस मैनेजर का कांटेक्ट उनके पास रहता है, राइट. सो एक 360 डिग्री अप्रोच है कैंपस फ्रांस का. काउंसलिंग से लेकर जब तक स्टूडेंट को वीज़ा मिलता है कैंपस फ्रांस मैनेजर से स्टूडेंट्स बेसिकली टच में रह सकते हैं. और कैंपस फ्रांस और एलैबोरेट करता हूँ, हमारे 13 ऑफिसेस हैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया, राइट. सो मैं मुंबई में हूँ. सो राइट फ्रॉम चंडीगढ़ टू कोची और अहमदाबाद से लेकर कोलकाता तक हमारे 13 ऑफिसेस हैं. तो I'm quite aggressive in promoting French education. So, and yes, and speaking of promoting more and more programs, it's always good क्योंकि last year के figures देखें तो 2020, so 2020 का figures के हिसाब से हमको 10,000 students भेजने चाहिए थे, but वो हमने एक साल पहले ही achieve कर लिया है, right. So 2019 में ही हम 10,000 students already भेज चुके हैं फ्रांस को. और 2025 में हमारा फिगर है डबल करना. सो 10,000 से 20,000 स्टूडेंट्स हम चाहते हैं कि इंडिया से फ्रांस जाएं पढ़ने के लिए. जैसे मैं अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बताऊं तो 30 से 40 क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स में जब आप 15 से 20 नेशनैलिटी हों और उनके साथ आपको टीम वर्क में काम करना है तो इट रियली डेवलप्स यू एज अ पर्सन. तो यही चीज़ है कि मैं यही बोलता हूँ कि मैनी अ टाइम्स आप मानोगे नहीं कि बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं जो फर्स्ट टाइम आउटसाइड इंडिया जा रहे हैं, राइट. तो राइट फ्रॉम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल आपको टाइम पे करना है, यू हैव टू पे योर रेंट ऑन टाइम. देयर आर ऑल दीज अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो दैट कम इनटू द पिक्चर. सो इट रियली you really grow up as a person. So yeah, it really makes the best out of you. तो हमारा पार्टनर है HDFC क्रेडिला. हमने उनसे टाइप किया है. सो अगर स्टूडेंट्स को लोन्स चाहिए तो उनको रेफ़र करते हैं. जो भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फॉर्मेलिटीज़ हैं वो HDFC क्रेडिला फॉर्मलाइज करते हैं. दे जस्ट हैव टू टेल देम दैट दे आर पार्ट ऑफ कैंपस फ्रांस. जब NOC दिखाएंगे सो एक इंटरव्यू के बाद उनको नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है कैंपस फ्रांस से. वो प्लस जो भी अदर डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए HDFC क्रेडिला को वो दिखा दें तो लोन प्रोसेसिंग ईजी हो जाता है.
My name is Shimoni. I'm heading the corporate and the marketing team at Alliance Française de Bombay. So, as my director just spoke, Mr. Frédéric Simon, about how Alliance is the cultural and the academic wing of the French Embassy. So, we'd be supporting these students who are willing and wishing to learn from this hospitality school. The basic knowledge for French is what we are planning at imparting to these students, because when you're stepping out, that little bit of knowledge of French will also help you to get somewhere. So this is how Alliance can put in a little bit to this hospitality industry and school.